Hi, this is Reasons Are Several, a weekly podcast where we like to drink beer.
I like beer.
Play the Devil's Triangle and
Mhm.
laugh at each other's boofs. This is episode 231. My name is Matt. With me is Neil. What's up? You like beer?
I like beer. I like beer. I like to lift
You ever played quarters?
with my buddy Squee.
It's a lot like quarters.
Devil's Triangle. I've played the Devil's Triangle a few times, my friend.
The best part of that was the pause.
Yeah.
When the guy just goes, Devil's Triangle, and he goes, drinking game.
How's it played? 3 glasses. And he says it. I like it because he says it so matter of fact. Like, dude, nailed it, right? Everyone's buying that it's a drinking game.
I did a search for it because I was just like, I just want to look this
Yeah.
up. If you look on Urban Dictionary,
Yeah.
it all talks about how it's a 2-on-1,
Right.
2 guys and a girl, and the guys are like not supposed to interact at all. You know, it's that
Right.
kind of deal. But then it also has an entry that says made up drinking game if you're under oath. Like,
Yeah. And on Wikipedia, it said, and it was somebody from Capitol Hill that put it on there because they traced the IP address, but it was a drinking game played by Brett Kavanaugh and his friends. I enjoyed some of watching his answers just for the fun. Forget the political aspect of
it
any
was
of it,
entertainment.
but just the
topics
nailed
were
it.
hilarious. Like,
Nailed
sir,
it.
you wrote here about doing the wobbly H. What does that refer
Right.
to?
Yeah,
He's like,
and
that's
I like
that's a keg stand.
I don't know if it's boffing or boofing. Flatulence. We were
Flatulence.
16. I'm like, what the? I was not a gassy 16-year-old. What does that have to do with anything?
No, it's because you just have a potty mouth and you're 16. Unlike today when we speak, in real proper
Yeah,
terminology.
yeah.
Don't
Anyway,
talk about boofing.
but I like beer. I drink beer.
You mentioned doing the Eiffel Tower, sir. What does that mean?
That was good. That's a trip.
Bro, that's when you go to your fucking your friend's
Yeah,
parents' house and stack beer cans up on their dining room
That's
table.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay, guy.
Yeah.
Before we get started, I just want to ask, how's your dad?
My dad's a dick.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Like-
I saw him. I actually saw him today. You have to forgive me, Matt. I'm a little sweaty. I don't know if you can see this. See how it's darker right here?
Yeah.
Kind of in the shape of a heart.
Mm-hmm.
Little sweaty.
Yeah. That's
It,
like your spirit animal is coming out of your chest.
It rained here today, and it's 85 degrees. I feel like I'm in frickin' Jamaica right now.
Oh,
minus
so you got the,
minus the
thing going.
drunkenness. But anyway, I just want to make sure that if you were thrown off by my peck juice, that
No.
you felt okay about it.
I try to
My-
keep my eyes up at all times.
Nice. I saw my dad today, and
Mm-hmm.
of course he's fine because he wasn't drinking yet.
Well, it just was real interesting because we spoke about it just briefly on the show last week about how you were getting a little bit frustrated with him because you were trying to watch the Duck game and it didn't go well the previous weekend. And then you really unloaded on Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, your other podcast.
Yes.
And I just found it very interesting as a man who's constantly being attacked for the treatment of his father to then
Right.
turn around and listen to said attacker really go after his own dad.
Well, I'm going to explain the difference to you,
Okay.
Matador. See, because I spend time with my dad, enough time that he does get on my nerves, and we have a close enough relationship that I can say, oh, he's pissing me off because he's doing this. As in the beginning of my rant on Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks podcast, amazing show. People should check it out. That he's one of my best friends, and I love the guy, but just sometimes you just got to freaking knock him in the nose.
You just want to boof on him.
I want a freaking Devil's Triangle all over him.
Oh, no.
And so it was so that's the difference. I love my dad and we spend a lot of time together.
Okay.
Yeah. It's okay, Matt. I mean, I can understand where it seems a little like weird to you. You're like, what? This person's talking about their dad and they like him, and I mean I can see it's overwhelming for you. It's okay. Think of it one day. I was going to say your kids will talk about you the way I talk about my dad, but they won't. They'll talk about you the way you talk about your dad.
You think so? Just ignore?
Probably not. They
Not
won't
at all.
talk
Won't even
about
talk
you.
about me at all. Fine.
They'll be busy
Fine.
rocking a Devil's Triangle.
That's, hey, more power to them. Just don't let the tips touch, buddies. Anyway, as we've said before on this show, we know how good we have it as guys. The ability to
At Angels
go,
Freak 7.
to go. Oh, sorry. At Angels Freak
No, I'm
7
just
at Rangers
shouting
Czar.
stuff out.
We always forget. We know
Yeah.
how good we have it as guys as far as being able to
Peeing?
pee anywhere
Yep. Hells yeah.
and anytime we want to, which is really helpful. As women do not have the same luxury.
Hey, Matt, I'm peeing right now.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
right into that bottle or that jar you just had up.
That's
Yep.
right. And now I'm
It's
gonna
like
taste
fucking that's Waterworld shit right there.
it. Mm-hmm.
We, found this product, Tinklebell,
Mm-hmm.
and we have been promoting them a little bit, and they have been promoting us as well a bit. So thanks to them. But we wanted to offer up.
The urine flows both ways.
It does, right? It's a two-way urine flow.
Yes.
But there's this very affordable and slick tool that they have that helps women pee outdoors without
Mhm.
all the, inconveniences of dropping trowel all the way to your ankles or
Yep, helps-
whatever.
They can
having
stand
to wipe.
up and pee
Mhm.
without having to disrobe
Right.
or dismember anybody.
And don't have to walk around with a bunch of urine in your pants the rest
That's
of the
right.
day,
Right.
So they have, well, why don't you take it from here? Because they've given us something that we can offer up to our listeners.
Yeah, so I heard about this obviously from you on our podcast, this podcast right here, Reasons Are Several, and talked to the co-host and my lovely wife Annalise about it, and she's like, "Oh, I want to try it." You sent us the video, we checked it out, we talked about it on the show. She thought it was great. We ordered one. She used it, amazing. We even made a little YouTube video about it,
Which you can
And-
find at Halos and Heathens.
That's right. And Tinklebell was nice enough to send us a couple extra to use as promotions for a giveaway. So Annalise thought we could use one to give away on Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks / Halos and Heathens.
Mhm.
And then since it actually originated with Reasons Are Several, as far as our life, we
Mhm.
decided we'd use one as a giveaway for our show to give to a lucky lady so she can pee standing up.
Or
Uh-huh.
a lucky man who wants to give it to a lucky lady.
Exactly.
Whichever
Or just
one,
a
doesn't
lucky
matter.
man who's got a micro penis.
That.
Wants to pee standing up in the
Or
woods.
thinks he can use it to poop while standing up. That's not recommended.
Not an ice cream scoop, my friends.
No, it's not. I mean, maybe if you've had some, you get some tummy trouble, maybe it would work. But I still
Right.
think you want to. I still don't think you want to mess with that. Anyway, so we were trying to figure out what is a good way to give away this Tinklebell.
And what we're going to do on the Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks podcast / Halos and Heathens vlog is we thought it would be fun is that we'll tell people, hey, go watch our Tinklebell video on Halos and Heathens. And then
Mhm.
in the comments, put your Twitter handle. So that way, give the stupid video a like and then, comment and say like, oh yeah, I want one. And then Twitter handle. So that way we can find you through Twitter. It's much easier than trying to figure it out through YouTube.
Right.
And obviously we could use that, but I thought might be more fun for us. And you had a really good idea, but for us to come up with a different kind of thing for people to win one of the Tinklebells. Now, obviously, if you're listening to this and want to enter both competitions, both contests, both giveaways, you want to
Go
freaking, there's
for
no
it.
rules here, man.
Or just up your odds, whatever you want to do.
Do it. Yeah.
Just do it. I think that's
Just
the
do it.
Tinklebell motto, right? Or
It
not
is.
somebody
Yeah.
else?
It's a swoosh or a swish or a gish or a gush or whatever.
So the idea I came up with is for you to send selfies of yourself using the Tinkle. No, I'm just kidding.
No, see, I misunderstood. I thought you were saying send selfies of yourself not using the Tinklebell, like peeing all over your pants, showing how I really need a Tinklebell.
Right.
Yes.
That's actually a pretty good one. Show yourself with wet pants. That would be a good one.
Right.
Show yourself using the Tinklebell in another capacity, maybe as like some, maybe to pour gravy over your mashed potatoes or whatever.
For beer.
Or for beer, because we like
Uh-huh.
beer. You like beer?
I like
You ever
beer.
had beer, Senator?
Devil's Triangle. What do you drink? What do you drink?
What do you drink? You do shots? You do shots?
I got some shots right here. Now, that would have been cool if the dude just slammed like a bottle of whiskey on the table and he's like, we're fucking doing this.
Yeah, let's go. Let's fucking play Devil's Triangle right now.
That's
Who's
right.
on my team? I'm on your team. It sounds like you're experienced.
I know.
Anyway,
Feinstein's like, I'm in.
yeah. So my idea was that you could send out a tweet that
Mhm.
kind of it's a way to kind of promote Tinklebell in addition to playing this little giveaway, and that is send out some sort of tweet, tag us at Reasons Are and their Twitter handle at the Tinklebell, and then also hashtag it, which I came up with Tinkle Me, which I thought was kind of fun.
Tinkle
Or if
Me
you
is
wanna-
good.
We could come up with something else, but then so what we thought we'd do is give you all the way through the month of October to do that. So all the way through Halloween. Go out and do that, and then we'll pick the best one in the end that we think should win, the best tweet, and they will get the giveaway. Now that's my idea. If there's any other ideas you have, I'm open to them. But that's my thought.
So, well, I'm curious. You want to go that we pick the best tweet. You don't want it to be like we throw all the tweets in a basket and just pick a random one. This is going to be selective. So we can say, this is the tweet we like the best. All the others sucked.
That's not what I was necessarily meaning. I
Okay.
did
'Cause I
consider
kinda
the
like
fact that we
that.
could count down the top 5. We could be like, oh, you were
Oh.
third, so close.
We can
but
send
you
the
didn't
other
get it.
ones bags of urine.
We could. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
We will send urine that has been used in an actual Tinkerbell.
Oh,
So that's going to have to come from your house.
how about this? This is going to be insane and so complicated it will not work. Still going to suggest it.
Okay.
We get all the tweets. We read them on the show after Halloween. Then people vote on the one they think should win.
Give it to the people.
Give more power to the people.
That works great. The only concern would be if we have a lot of tweets. That would be a lot to read. But
I think that
maybe
would be
we curate that list. Maybe we cut that list down.
And you also have to think that everyone's going to vote for their own tweet. So it's going to be just a few people that push it over the edge, which could be us because we can vote and say, no, I'm voting for this one. I'm voting for that one. And then we'll have a tiebreaker where they have to tweet again. Oh, dude, this can go till January. This is going to be great.
Nobody's ever going to get this Tinkerbell. It's going to be like poor Fred waiting on his T-shirt.
Oh, no. I do like we choose. I think maybe a hybrid of the two. We read, maybe depending how many we read some of the tweets or all the tweets. I mean, unless we get thousands.
I don't think we're going to get thousands.
We read
I've
the
seen
tweets,
our listener numbers.
right? But when you start hashtagging Tinkerbell, they're going to promote it too.
It's true. Could get a little bit of love there.
So we read the tweets, and then we say we're going to pick next week. If people have like a passionate, like, oh, we really think, Brizelda should win because her tweet was awesome, then we take that into consideration. We announce the winners of the show after Halloween.
Okay.
This is really confusing.
No. That's what it's going to be. So for now, your job as a listener who wants to win a Tinkerbell for yourself or your friend is you go out, you tweet something, anything about Tinkerbell you want, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the more, if it's got a little promotion in it, great, but it doesn't have to be. Whatever you want to say, you can say.
Haiku?
Just make sure you tag @ReasonsAre, tag @the Tinkerbell, hashtag TinkleMe, and then we will review all those. I think what will probably happen is in the end, maybe we'll take the 10 we think are probably the best.
Right.
We'll read those 10. We'll give everybody a week or so to really like pump it up and explain why they think that it should be that one or whatever. And then we'll pick in the end. I still think we should pick.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, we'll see how many we get. And we might, and depending like when we record what and how we're doing, we might throw a couple. We just might read a couple. They're like, oh, we got these this week.
That's true.
Throw them
we
out
could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just for fun.
Send in your tweets. I'll remind you at the end of the show, but please do that. That'll be a lot of fun. If you want more information about Tinkerbell, you can go to thetinklebell.com. You can also listen to us talk about them on Reasons Are Several, episode 228, and Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, episode 235, as well as the Halos and Heathens Tinkerbell video. And please go participate in that giveaway as well.
Yeah, and if you want to, go to youtube.com/Halos and Heathens, search for the Tinkerbell video, and then just put your Twitter handle, like the video, give it a thumbs up, and then just put your Twitter handle down below. And and if you win too, then it's up to you if you want both of them or if you want us to give it away to someone else. Although we'll tell you right now, the same person's not going to win twice since we're picking.
No. We can't let somebody win
on Halos and Heathens. What we're going to do is put everybody.
You get better odds.
Yeah, Halos and Heathens. We're going to put everybody's Twitter handle kind of in a hat that enters, and then pull it out, and whoever we pull out.
When is your guys going to be decided? Same deal? Same time?
Thinking we might do it around the same time just for fun.
All right, we might have to keep in touch on that one. You know who's going to win?
Palmer.
My dad.
That would be funny if both of our dads won. Like, yeah.
Oh, man.
And like Matt said, anyone can enter. Don't have to be boy or girl. Just have to have a Twitter handle.
That's right.
And if you have multiple Twitter handles, freaking get after it.
Yeah, jam it in there.
The game's not fair. It's just about pee.
Do you think we can get Tinkerbell to say that, to change their tagline to jam it in there? That would hurt.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to jam it in there. It's more delicate than that.
But you can jam the Tinkerbell in the panties, as so many people, in the in the wicking moisture fiber vagina holder.
And when you're done, vagina holder. And when you're done, you jam it in the bag because it's got that handy bag.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. I like this. I like where we're going with this.
All right. Well, we'll remind you at the end of the show, but please get out there and tweet today.
Tweet right now.
So, yeah. And while supplies last. Last weekend I went on a little guy's trip, which,
Speaking of moist.
Yes. Very, very moist. 4 of us guys. Very moist.
Did you take your dad?
No, didn't.
Oh.
He didn't make the trip.
Did you and your wife like split driving? Like, who you're going to drive half and I'm going to drive half?
You're such a dick.
No?
You know it's a guy's trip.
Oh, sorry.
It's a guy time.
It's my boy time. My
It's
brothers.
a boy time.
Just when brothers bang against each other, it's the Travis Triangle.
No leg hair touching, though. Get that
Oh,
leg
boy.
hair away.
Oh, boy.
Ugh.
Come on.
Anyway, so we went to this place that's called Black Butte Ranch, which is in Central Oregon near Sisters, kind of not too far from Bend. And it's a nice little kind of, I mean, it's families, it's golf dudes, it's a bunch of fucking mixtures of
The
people.
way you said it's families. I mean, fuck, right?
Fucking families. Well, it's got like bike paths everywhere and pools and shit and all that. You know what I mean? Horseback
Right.
riding and all that crap. Anyway, so they have a couple golf courses. So we went there to play. A couple notes. One being, is there did Club Soda get really cheap all of a sudden?
Club soda. I mean, I always thought it was cheap. I know it's like 99 cents for a liter.
It feels like it got cheaper because this place was putting it in everything. Like we were on the golf course.
Yeah.
And the drink cart gal comes around and we're like, hey, we'll do 4 gin and tonics, right?
Sure.
Serves them up 4 club sodas and gin. You ever tried to drink a gin club soda?
No, I'm okay with the vodka club soda.
Yeah, the gin club soda, no bueno.
Ooh, doesn't sound right.
It was just nasty. And so
Yeah.
then she's trying to hand us like the tonic water afterward. Like what are we gonna drink half of this, water it down even more, and then put tonic in it?
That's
No,
hilarious.
thanks. And then we go and get done with the round,
Mhm.
and we go to have dinner at the clubhouse. And we're sitting there. We're like, what do you want to drink? Whatever. We're coming up with different ideas. And somebody goes, I'm going to have an old fashioned. All of us are like, that sounds like a good idea. 4 old fashions. I go take a piss. I come back. I sit down. I'm like, what the fuck is this? They're like, it's an old fashioned. Guess what's in it?
Club soda. How?
My buddy Matt looks at it and goes, is that bourbon? And she goes, yeah, but it's got club soda in it. And he's like, why would you put club soda in that?
Yeah.
It tasted so watered down and gross. It
Oh,
was the most
it's like
disgusting
worse
thing.
than a 7 and 7.
Yes. And so we just sat there, the 4 of us staring at each other going, who's going to do it? Who's going to tell her? Somebody's got to tell her. We're like, wait till the food comes out so they don't spit in our food first. But we're
Right.
going to have to send all 4 of these drinks back and get something else.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's
lame.
not an old fashioned.
It's not. I don't know why you would throw club soda in it. That's like their little wrinkle. Because club soda apparently is cheap, or they've got a club soda well somewhere on the
That's so
fucking...
weird.
Anyway,
Wait, did you send the drinks back?
yes.
Did she understand that she brought you the wrong? I mean, it's not her fault. She brought.
We just explained that that's not our expectation for what the old fashioned should be, and it just doesn't taste very good, and we can't drink it. She said, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." So she totally cleared it up, no big deal.
And then what did you guys get after that?
Oh, then like one of my buddies got a wine, several of us got beers.
Yeah.
We just switched it up completely.
So bizarre.
Yeah, it was very strange. At that point, I didn't want to order a cocktail
Right.
because I'm like, well, you guys already fucked it up, so I'm just gonna go get a beer now because you can't mess that up. You just have to pop the bottle.
Oh,
open.
you'd be surprised. Golfers are known for drinking. I mean, that's one of the things. And
me.
so
I'm known
yeah,
for drinking.
that's true. So I'm a little surprised that at a golf course, at the clubhouse, they wouldn't have an old fashioned dialed in.
They're catering to people who, and I am not in this boat, but they are catering to a lot of people that have a lot more money than I do. Who
Right.
you'd think they would make sure that they're doing a really good job. I
Right.
don't know. The food was good.
Yeah. Yeah. I would think like martinis, old fashions, Manhattans.
Oh, what do you think they put club soda in the martinis?
Oh, sure, for sure. I think
What
like those
you
are the
doing?
drinks that they'd have. What is it? The grapefruit and vodka, Greyhound.
Greyhound.
All like kind of old timey.
Yeah. I like
Rich
a
people
Greyhound.
drinks.
Greyhound's a good drink.
I like all the drinks I just mentioned. They're old timey and rich people drinks.
I would like a Maker's Mark neat. She brings it out. Club soda.
Club soda. That would be great. Yeah, you go for like
Blended.
some super expensive bourbon. Yeah, and it comes out
Blended.
like a freaking
With a
Slurpee.
Slurpee straw. Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Oh man. And then I was trying to think what else I was going to mention. We speaking of wine, so
Mhm.
one of my buddies works for a distributor, an alcohol distributor,
mm-hmm.
and so he's always got some crazy shit he's bringing on every trip. So he brings this bottle of wine, and I'm trying to think if it was a Pinot. It must have been a Pinot. I was like, what size is that? So now the normal bottle, 750 milliliters,
Mhm.
Magnum,
Right.
double that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware that this keeps going up?
I know there's a very, very large one just because my cousin's husband works in the wine industry.
Yeah, so we had a double Magnum.
Yeah, they're huge. They look like you feel like there should be like that cartoon pencil and giant paper clip with it. Yeah.
Yes. So this is 4 bottles of wine in one. It's a double, it's twice the size of a Magnum. So we proceeded to crush that, just 3 of us. And really, it was more like we got done and the next day Josh goes, yeah, I think Ryan had a bottle. Basically, I had a bottle, and Matt, I think you had 2.
Oh, how did you feel?
Well, because you're just pouring this ridiculous thing, like you know what I mean?
Into,
like
were
it
you
just
using
came off
like
the
old
boat.
plastic Slurpee cups, or a big gulp?
We were using actually fairly normal wine glasses, whatever they had at the fucking cabin.
Right.
But it was just like pouring it out was just a joke. It was hilarious. Like I'm trying to pour gasoline into a cup.
Oh, how'd you feel the next day after that?
Felt actually okay. Went to bed somewhat reasonable hour because really hit it hard for the Duck game and then kind of fizzled out shortly after that. But I looked it up to see the sizes on these wines.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 liters is a double Magnum. That's 4 bottles of wine.
Okay.
4.5 is a Jeroboam. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
It's not a Kavanaugh?
It's 4.5 liters. That's 6 bottles.
Jesus.
The Imperial, 6 liters. That's 8 bottles. The Salmanazar is 9 liters. The Balthazar is 12 liters.
Jesus.
12 liters is 16 bottles of wine. And then the Nebuchadnezzar, 15 liters. 20 bottles of wine.
It's like a little pony keg of wine.
How would you even... how do you carry that around?
That's hilarious.
Oh my God, it's just insane. So we had fun. We watched the Duck game, which we'll get to here in a second, and just had a good old time.
You were gone all weekend, Friday through Sunday.
Went
Friday
night? Morning at 5 a.m.
Okay,
and came back Sunday afternoon. Yeah.
Do you guys all go up together? Or do you live in separate areas?
We all went together. We all kind of carpooled together to one spot and.
Okay.
Went from there. Yeah. So,
very cool.
Good times. Speaking of the sports desk.
Sports Desk with 2 dicks.
So, did you see any of the Duck game? We can cover that really quickly. It was a much happier week than last week.
Yes, I did not. My free Pacific Pac-10 membership ran out on my TV thing. And I didn't know if it was televised, but where it was on Saturday, and I was editing or filming. I was doing something ridiculous with my time.
You got to get ready for that trip. You got too much shit to do in advance. It was on Fox Sports 1.
Okay. That I might have.
You blew it because you didn't see it.
That's true.
They looked very good. I would give them kind of that A- B+ record. They
A-. That good, huh?
It was pretty good. Like
that's
Herbert
close to perfect.
Herbert looked fucking phenomenal. He was an A+.
Wait a minute. A is as high as you go. There's no A+.
You don't give A+?
No, A is perfect. A is 100%.
No, have you seen the way fucking high school cumulative averages are working out these days? People get like 4.4s and shit. They somehow keep bumping it up to some crazy number. Oh, he's got a 4.5. What do you mean?
But isn't that because you take extra classes?
You get AP credit. You get extra bumps for AP stuff. But I think you could still get A+. I had an A+ in college. Thank you very much.
Well, they were babying you because you're white. First of all,
maybe.
Secondly, no. A is 100%.
A+ is 100%. A+ is 97% or above.
Why the plus?
A is solidly in the middle.
That's ridiculous.
Well, why B+ then?
What do you mean why B+? Like that's like why have the number 7? If 100 is the top, you don't need a 102.
You're just setting the cap at A because you want to make it A. You don't like that it goes to A+. That's the difference.
It is A. The cap is A.
So does it? So your comparison? I'll give you your argument for you. Ready?
Please do.
There's no F-. That's your argument.
Well, no, I wasn't gonna say
but
that.
But you could easily say it in that dumb voice that I just used.
There's no F-.
Because what it means is a fail is a fail.
Right.
A is perfect. A fail is a fail. You can't go lower than a fail. You can't go better than a perfect. That's your argument.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just boofed.
All right.
Anyway.
But you go A+. So an A+ is a perfect to you.
Yes.
I just need to. Okay. So what is an A?
An A is really fucking good.
What's an A-?
Really, it's really good. You're not quite there. Like there's certainly some faults in
a
what
B+,
you did.
you mean?
Well, that would be even more faults. That would be like That was pretty solid, and there were a couple moments that you did some good, really good shit. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a bump up from the B.
So you're A-minusing the whole game, or just
A minus
Halpert?
B plus. I can't tell which. Halpert looked fantastic. Mitchell looked good. The running backs did pretty well. The
How
defensive
did the
backs
kid do? How did
looked
the
better.
young kid that was having
fumbled?
a tough time? Yeah.
He got robbed. He should have had a fucking home run. Should have had a
Wow.
home run.
Are you sure you're really into football, man? I mean, it's okay if you were getting excited about the
Lost
the
the
National
headphones.
League wild card stuff coming up. I understand.
He had a hat trick. And then he struck out. It was really
That
sad.
was brutal.
Whew, no. Anyway, what I was trying to say was he should have had a touchdown,
Right.
like a 75-yard touchdown round. They called him down at the 1, but he had a pretty good game. He got a little dinged up, but he came back pretty strong.
Okay, because I know the week before he was pretty hard on himself.
Had that fumble,
Fans were pretty hard on him.
But they bounced back. They looked good. They certainly didn't put the foot down as much as I wanted to in the second half, but they were fleeced and pretty good. I don't think Cal's very good, so it's kind of like take it with a grain of salt a little bit.
Right. What was Cal ranked? 20?
21st or something, 24th. I can't remember what they were.
You can never tell with Cal though, because they have those games every season where it seems like, wow, they could be really good, but they're not.
Yeah, I mean they've looked good so far, but and their defense is fairly solid, but their offense is pretty pathetic. So I don't know. In the end, I'm glad they got the win and bounced back, and we're all jacked up about it. Now they get the week off and they play Washington next week. Oh God, please let that go well. I can't handle another loss to those fucking assholes.
Please let it go well. Oh, that's good.
Anyway, you, sir, wanted to talk about Rovals.
I did. Going back to a little bit of the NASCAR minute. Been looking forward to this since they announced it last year. They raced at Charlotte. That we're in the playoffs for NASCAR, and the Roval is part oval, so part of the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and also cutting into the infield, making it part of a part road course.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. I mean, if they did this like for half of the season at some of these places,
You'd be back.
oh my gosh, because unlike F1 and IndyCar, these cars can touch when they're going through road courses and move each other out of the way without wrecking the car, without wrecking each other.
Well,
Although-
and sometimes when they touch, the honesty's too much.
That's right. Sometimes it's a devil's, triangle. So the racing was fun. I mean, it still needs to be tweaked a little bit, but it was good and bad because cars were freaking I watched a little bit of practice and cars were just exploding because they put these big berms. They call it, they're big green berms. They called them turtles. So if the car hits it, it's going to rip part of the car off. And some guys were going in so freaking fast into some of these corners. It was just bouncing the cars into walls. It was great.
So you like it a lot more because the danger factor is there. Is it that?
Well,
or
no,
because
that's
it's
what's
just not
nice.
the
It's
boring
not
old-
that
the boring old
dangerous because
turns
they're not
and
moving
turns
it
and turns.
right. Because, like I said, you actually race. It bunches the cars up again in the turns. You can actually move somebody. Like I said, if you move somebody at 170 miles an hour on a super speed or just on a speedway, that's it. This, you're going into the turn at 45 miles an hour and you bump somebody, even if they spin, as long as they don't hit a wall, they get back on the track and, catch up again.
Now, are they
So-
driving station wagons and shit?
But see, it felt more like that. Like you could put a bunch of Honda Civics out there and it would be a blast.
It would be. It'd be fantastic.
I don't know if you heard anything about it, but Jimmy Johnson, who, so this was the cutoff. This was the first cutoff in the playoffs, meaning that 4 drivers are not going to make it to the next round. Jimmy Johnson
man.
needed to finish 12th or better to make it to the next round. Jimmy Johnson going into the last 3 turns, remember road course, so there was actually 12 turns, was in second place to Martin Truex Jr.
Uh-oh.
Jimmy Johnson decided that he thought it would be better to try and win than just make it to the next round, went into the chicane a little hot, lost control, slammed into Truex, took himself out, and finished 15th out of the playoffs.
So he
Bye-bye.
doesn't even race anymore at all?
No, they still
Or
race.
he's
He's
just
not
not
in contention
eligible.
for the championship. Yeah.
Oh, man.
If he would have just stayed in. Now, I have mixed feelings about this. One, and I'd like to get your opinion. One, I like the fact that it was like, no, I'm here to freaking win, not
Sure.
just get in there. So I like that I'm going for the win. I also don't know if you win 7 championships and, that it's kind of like, well, I haven't won a race in a while. He hasn't won this year. He hasn't won for a while now. I don't know if it was like, look, freaking championship or not, our team isn't that good this year. It'd be nice to get a win. But there's nothing
is
to
my
say.
chance.
If you make it to the next round, you can try for a win then,
Yeah. That,
So
but also, don't you kind of? Well, do you also wonder if he's having to scrape in that way,
Mhm.
does he really have a chance in the playoffs? I mean, is he going to really vault himself?
No, but it gets you to the next. It gets you to that next level where you can throw it
I
all on the
understand.
line and win. Yeah,
I understand.
I mean, so
I'm just saying he saw an opportunity to win a race and he hasn't had that opportunity in a long
Sure.
time. So maybe he thought, you know what, fuck the playoffs. I just want to win a goddamn race.
and I like that. There was part of me that I was like, nice. You're not going to play it safe. You're not
I
going
mean,
to.
it's not smart.
No, then that was the other part that I'm like, but I kind of as a fan, I would have liked to seen you, compete for the championship. Because now if he goes and wins next week, it's like, oh, so you would have been in, you would have got your win,
Right.
and now you would have been cleared to the next round. But it was
Now
it
he's
was-
just going to go buck wild. Now he's going to really go for it.
Yeah,
Because
now
he
he's-
doesn't have any playoff implications. So he's
No.
just going to go crazy
No,
and wreck
that or-
everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Just be like, no, I don't want you to win. So it was, but the racing was fun. It was good. It was exciting. It was unusual. And I think what they should do, Matt, I'm going to tell you, I'm glad you asked. I think
Yeah.
what they should do is keep the
Mhm.
2 road courses that they already have, right? Sonoma and Watkins Glen. I
Of
think they
course.
should keep the 2 super speedways, Talladega and Daytona. I think
Mhm.
they should keep 2 of the short tracks, Martinsville and Dover.
What about Bristol?
So that's tough. I was contemplating keeping Bristol. Maybe
I don't
one
even know what
race
Bristol qualifies as, but I just thought
a
I'd throw it
short
in there.
track. Maybe
Okay.
one race at Bristol. I would keep 2 mile-and-a-halfs, like just the intermediate, the regular, or maybe like something like keep Pocono because it's the triangular shape. But everything else, I'd make Rovals.
Pocono is the Devil's Triangle?
Yes, yeah, I like beer.
Oh, no.
You like beer? What do you drink?
No. NASCAR likes beer.
NASCAR does like beer, American beer. That's what I'd like to see them do. Yeah, it's funny.
You like to
ask.
fuck? You like to fuck, Senator? I like to fuck. Who doesn't like to fuck?
It's funny that you ask, Matt. No, I don't think NASCAR is going to go that way, but I think they're going to make some more Rovals. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. You're right. I think they'll walk into it slowly. Good conversation.
I'm not helping you at all.
So
I just
that's
keep
my
getting-
Roval
I
conversation.
just keep getting hung up on those interjections.
like to fuck.
Yeah, let's talk about my fucking yearbook. Whatever.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, we talking about my yearbook.
I would kind of like if he went Allen Iverson though. We're talking about
right.
yearbooks.
Like talk about yearbooks.
Yearbooks. Not the court. Not the court that I die for, but yearbooks.
Not the student newspaper.
What are we talking about?
about yearbooks. Let's talk about movies.
Oh shit, what the fuck is this?
Neil. Because you want 8, I'm going to give you 8. I got 8 movies for October. You ready for this?
Oh, dude, you know it.
We're going to start off with mid-90s, directed by Jonah Hill.
Oh, freaking Jonah Hill.
I think this might be his directorial debut. He also wrote it. This stars Sonny Soljic, Lucas Hedges, and Catherine Waterston. In 1990s Los Angeles, 13-year-old Stevie spends his summer navigating between a troubled home life and a group of new friends that he meets at a skate shop. So this looks like, if you look at the trailer,
I just punched myself in the face.
you
Yes.
are just having troubles over there. It looks like... I didn't see what that was.
Yeah.
I didn't
Just
for a
the big
minute. It
black
didn't
thing in my
register
face?
that was that was a snout. I was like, "What is going on there? Why does he have that big black thing down there?" Oh man!
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just pull it all the way up to his face? I don't
Right.
get it. Anyway, so this has it almost looks like a lighter version of Kids. Remember the movie Kids?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
This is not. I don't think this is going to be quite as depressing. It's dealing with real shit. There's some humor. There's some touching moments.
What's
et
the
cetera.
name
It's
of
this
it?
Kid kind of coming of age type of deal, sort of. It is called Mid-90s,
Mid-90s.
and it's going to have a lot of nostalgia baked in because it's got. I think you're going to have a lot of 90s throwbacks, of course, because of the time period.
Right.
And I think all the music's done by Trent Reznor.
Oh, very nice.
So just think about that.
Not into it.
Figured you weren't, but
No.
again, I got to come up with 8 because I was yelled at when I didn't.
Well, you were mildly scolded.
A Star is Born.
Oh yeah, a little.
You might have heard
Gaga.
about this. Yeah, you've heard about this. Okay.
Little Gaga.
Co-written, produced, and directed by Bradley Cooper. And get this, he stars in it too.
The freaking BC, a little BC and
It's-
Gaga.
It's BC. It's a Bradley Cooper tour de force. It's a Cooper Super Trooper. Bradley Cooper stars Lady Gaga, Andrew Dice Clay,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, and Sam Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting cast.
Mm-hmm.
Seasoned musician. Seasoned with what?
Probably a little Lowry's.
A little bit of Lowry's. Yeah, that makes sense. Seasoned musician Jackson Maine. Maine spelled
Jesus.
like the state.
Okay.
Discovers and falls in love with a struggling artist, Allie, played by Gaga. She has just about given up on her dream to make it big as a singer until Jackson coaxes her into the spotlight. But even as Allie's career takes off, the personal side of the relationship is breaking down as Jackson fights an ongoing battle with his own internal demons.
And BC's character based on, you're right, Eddie Vedder.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's how he based his character. Not the story, but how he plays the
Okay,
character.
the character. Okay, interesting. Because he's a country singer.
Right. So is Eddie.
And there's... That's true. He is a singer in the country of the United States.
I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths. See?
See?
Little
Country song.
Yeah.
Country song. Gaga is pretty stripped down.
Who?
Gaga.
No. Gaga. Pronounce your
Gaga.
name right.
She is pretty stripped down in this.
Yeah. She looks good.
She is not looking like her made up crazy self.
Right.
Very humble and kind of shoved out of the scene by Cooper. This is a remake. They've made this movie, I think, 2 or 3 times. This is just an altered version that he's
right.
made.
Yeah, I think Christopherson played in one. I think the original's from like the 30s, isn't it?
Yes, the original's from like the 30s.
Yeah, I know nothing about this movie.
Okay. Any interest in seeing this movie?
Yes.
All right. You're in.
the theater? No.
Yeah, right.
While making some Pop-Tarts? Maybe.
Of course.
Yeah.
Probably you won't be eating the Pop-Tarts, though. What are you going to make them and just throw them in the trash?
I'm going to give them to the dog.
Okay.
They're, speaking of, hi.
Speaking of black snouts in my picture,
Black's out.
where is it?
Black
Where is
snout.
it? All right, next up.
Yes.
The Hate You Give
The Hate
is
You
the-
Give.
is the story of me and my father. No, this is based on the novel by Angie Thomas. Directed by George Tillman Jr., stars I'm going to say that wrong. Amandla Stenberg, Regina Hall, Russell Hornsby, KJ Appa maybe, Algie Smith, Lamar Johnson, Issa Rae, Sabrina Carpenter, Common, Anthony Mackie. Star Carter is constantly switching between 2 worlds, the poor, mostly black neighborhood where she lives and the rich, mostly white prep school she attends.
Oh.
The uneasy balance between these worlds is shattered when Star witnesses the fatal shooting of her childhood friend Khalil at the hands of a white police officer. Now facing pressures from all sides of the community, Star must find her voice and stand up for what is right.
Nice.
So I guess this was written by that gal, Angie Thomas. It was kind of she'd written a short story about Oscar Grant, which was the whole Fruitvale Station story.
Correct. Right.
And so this is kind of an expansion of that.
Cool. I will not be seeing it.
Okay. Too
It's
heartbreaking for you?
Yeah. It's too close to the life that makes me sad.
You got to face that shit, Neil.
Mm,
Head on.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm about to go to Jamaica. I'm going to face some fish. That's all the shit I can take for a while. All right.
Next up is The Old Man and the Gun, based on a true story and notable as it will be Robert Redford's last movie.
That's right. It's
Be
about
old.
time, that wrinkled freaking leather face.
He is quite a Leatherface.
Jesus.
Directed by David Lowery, speaking of the salt.
Oh, Mike Lowry's brother.
or
Mike
could be
Lowry.
that. Mike Lowry. Stars Robert Redford, Casey Affleck, Sissy Spacek, Danny Glover, Tika Sumpter, Tom Waits, Elizabeth Moth, and John David Washington.
Wow.
Wow. At the age of 70,
Oh.
if you're lucky, Bob,
I'm
look
gonna
him
pull
up,
a
would you?
Scott and go,
Would-
nope.
I'm going to read it. Hey, like I said, you can make me pick
That's
8. I got to
true.
pick 8. At the age of 70, I'll get through this quickly. Forrest Tucker makes an audacious escape from San Quentin, conducting an unprecedented string of heists that confound authorities and enchant the public. Wrapped up in the pursuit are Detective John Hunt, who becomes captivated with Forrest's commitment to his craft, and a woman who loves him in spite of his chosen profession. So Bob Redford is like this charming bank robber, essentially. He's like this, very, and so the people that get robbed by him are like kind of not even bothered by it. Like, oh, he's a really nice
I
guy.
don't know how Leatherface can be charming, but whatever.
It looks like it might be fairly boring.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a big no.
Okay. 4 to go. Bad Times at the El Royale.
Bad Times at the El Royale.
Drew
I
Goddard.
feel like I'm like what is it? Johnny Carson's sidekick. You're going to say something. I'm just going to repeat it.
You're Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
When he gives him that look.
Yeah.
Like, what did you do? Stop repeating me. It's the great what's that? The great.
Oh, yeah. Tarragon curry spice.
Yeah, right. Drew Goddard directs, stars Jeff Bridges, Cynthia Erivo, John Hamm, Kaylee Spiney, Dakota Johnson, Lewis Pullman, Nick Offerman, Chris Hemsworth, and Russell Crowe.
Oh,
Whoa.
interesting cast.
Crazy cast.
Yeah.
7 strangers picked to live in a loft and have their lives taped. No, I'm just kidding. 7 strangers, each with a secret to bury, meet at Lake Tahoe's El Royale, a rundown hotel with a dark
I did
past.
see. Yes.
Over the course of one fateful night, everyone will have a last shot at redemption before everything goes to hell.
Yeah, I'm going to go with no.
This looks funky and confusing and bananas.
It'll probably end up being good, but I don't like those weird throwback. Oh, we're in the 60s, we're in the 70s, we're in the 80s. I want today or tomorrow. I mean, Jesus, criminy. I'm so tired of this. Oh, look.
I was wondering if you were going to rattle off every decade, just list them all. Or the 20s.
The
or
20s, the 30s, the 40s.
Don't
the
even get me
50s.
started on the 1870s.
Yeah,
God
I mean,
damn it.
Jesus. And then it's like, oh, look, we're like that. What was that stupid one with the 90s? Oh, look, it's the 90s. Look, man, I lived it. I don't need to be back.
Don't need to go back. You
This
don't like
is-
nostalgia.
Oh, look, 60s in the El Royale in Tahoe. And actually, I think it was in Reno, actually, not Tahoe. But what? What are they
Okay.
going to do?
You know what? I
They're
don't know.
not
That's
getting my
why
money.
you should. Well, that's why you'd have to watch the movie if you really want to know what they're going to do. But you don't care.
What else
So
you
we'll
got?
move on. First Man, directed by Damien. How do you say his last name? Chazelle. It's the guy who did La La Land.
Oh,
and
Jizzle.
Whiplash. Jizzle. Damien Jizzle. Stars Ryan Gosling. Ooh. Jason Clarke. Claire Foy. Kyle Chandler. Corey Stoll. Christopher Abbott. Patrick Fugit. Not Fugit.
Right.
And Lucas Haas.
What about Pablo Schreiber?
Is he in there?
I guess.
I don't know. A biopic on the life of the legendary American astronaut Neil Armstrong from 1961
What the
to
fuck is going on with these movies?
1969 on his journey to becoming the first human to walk the moon, exploring the sacrifices and costs on the nation and Neil himself during one of the most dangerous missions in the history of space travel. This
Nope.
has you written all over
Nope.
because you love 60s movies.
Oh, God. And this
This
one's
movie
shot
looks
like it's
fucking
in the
great.
60s.
This looks great.
Like they use
You're out of your mind.
Oh, yeah. It looks great.
You
for
give
people
me
that don't like
fucking-
their dads.
You give me space program and Ryan Gosling's face, and I am fucking there, and I'm hard.
Man. No.
Okay.
Are you going to see it?
You fuck yeah, I'm gonna see it. I
Whoa,
might see it in
okay.
the theater.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
You can't.
Put out.
It takes place in the 60s, so you got to see it like in a drive-in.
No, that's not true. You're
right,
a
what-
liar.
what
You're
else
a
you got?
fucking liar. I got 2 more. Serenity. This is directed by Stephen Knight. No relation to Michael.
Dun-dun,
Stars
dun-dun.
Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Diane Lane, Jason Clarke again.
How cool would it have been if everybody's name ended in A somehow? Matthew
would be fun.
McConaughey, Anne Hathaway.
I thought about it after the first 2.
Yeah.
I always mess this guy's name up. Is it Jamun Hunsu? I think they say
Sure.
it. Jeremy Strong, and that's it. Baker
Alright.
Dill. That's the guy's name.
Oh, God.
Baker Dill
No.
is a fishing boat captain who leads tours off of the tranquil enclave of Plymouth Island. His peaceful life is soon shattered when his ex-wife Karen tracks him down. Desperate for help, Karen begs Baker to save her and their young son from her violent husband. She wants him to take the brute out for a fishing excursion. It actually says take the brute out for a fishing excursion, then throw him overboard to the sharks.
Was this
So
written
this
by a
is-
6-year-old?
This is very much like the movie Overboard.
Yeah.
No, not really at all. Thrust back into a life that he wanted to forget, Baker, that's Baker Dill,
Right.
like the pickle, now
Right.
finds himself in quite a pickle, struggling to choose between right and wrong.
This seems like it's like a cross between 9.5 Weeks and Cape Fear.
A little bit of Cape Fear. I can feel that.
I'm not into it.
Okay, last
Are you
one.
going to see it?
Probably not.
Good. Good
Probably
for you.
not. Yeah. Thank you.
Good for you.
Finally,
Yeah.
I mean, it's October, right?
Yeah.
Halloween.
Oh.
So we got a new Halloween. David Gordon Green directing, stars Jamie Lee Curtis. She back. Judy Greer, big fan. Andy Matichak, Will Patton, big fan.
Not Matichak, Paddywhack, give the dog a bone.
It is exactly that one.
Wow.
Like Will Patton, I'm a fan of his. Virginia Gardner and Nick Castle. It has been 40 years, Neil,
Nick
since
Castle.
Laurie Strode survived a vicious attack from crazed killer Michael Myers on Halloween night.
Mhm.
Locked up in an institution, Myers manages to escape when his bus transfer goes horribly wrong. Do we need to do something about these motherfucking buses? Because
Yeah.
I feels like this always happens, where the inmates get out,
Right.
somebody gets out because the goddamn bus transfer goes wrong.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Anyway, Laurie now faces a terrifying showdown when the masked madman returns to Haddonfield, Illinois, but this time, she's ready for him.
Oh,
It's crazy
shit.
because he actually shows up while she's in the middle of filming an Activia ad.
Nice. Need those
She's looking
probiotics.
old and trained and ready to fight Michael Myers. So this is going to be a one-on-one battle royale.
I like it.
You in?
No.
Okay.
Maybe
Did you like any of the Halloween movies? I do think they have possibly
I've only
the
seen
the best horror music theme song.
I've only seen one. Although Annalise is kind of into some of these movies, I think, sometimes. So maybe we'll watch it just for fun.
Don't you like their music?
Done it.
No.
Oh. Oh, yes.
That one? I'm doing
Yeah.
a poor job, but you know.
No,
I'm
beat it, do, beat it, do, beat it, do is pretty much nailing it.
So no for Halloween.
No.
So let's recap. You are going to see one movie
Right.
while
Which one was
making
that?
Pop-Tarts.
What
A
was
Star
that?
is
Oh,
Born.
A Star is Born with the Gaga.
Everything. That's
And
1
that-
out of 8.
Would you say it's the Cooper Super Trooper?
The Cooper Super Trooper? I think that's a good time to end things, don't you?
Okay.
Okay.
Angelsfreak.com 7X.
Thank you for listening to our show. You can find us at reasonsareseveral.com. Please go to iTunes and Stitcher and write a review. We'd really appreciate it. Tell a friend about the show.
And tinkle
Oh.
all over our faces.
Tinkle me, hashtag Tinkle me. Make sure you include at ReasonsR and at the Tinkle Bell in your tweets. We will comb through those over the next several
Let me
weeks.
ask you a
and
question.
pick
What
out
if
the
people send multiple tweets?
That's fine. I think you
Okay.
can send however many you want.
Oh, shit.
This I don't think
just
anybody's
got
going to go
real.
too crazy, but
You don't?
I don't want to limit people to only. Oh, you can only send one.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Send as many as you want. I don't care.
All right. All
Think
right.
Tingle Bell's going to care? Tingle Bell will be fine with that.
Tinkle
Have you
Bell's
seen
good.
what they tweet?
Yeah.
They tweet crazy shit. They don't
Yeah.
care.
They're good. I like them.
Yeah.
They're fun.
They are fun. So definitely go out and do that. If you have any questions, let me know on Twitter. At ReasonsR, Neil is at AngelsFreak7.
Tinkle
Also go check
bell,
out Dark
tinkle
Angels
bell,
and Pretty
tinkle
Freaks,
all the
as
way.
well as Halos and Heathens vlog on YouTube. And by
Yeah.
the way, I just wanted to say that I do like your new video setup with the split screen. I
You
think
do like
works-
that?
I think
Oh,
that
thank
works
you.
way better.
Okay.
And I think it saves you guys the trouble of having to turn sideways and cock your head all the time, because I know how much you like to cock your head.
I'm a cocker.
Yeah, or head your
Con-
cock.
Oh, I'm a
Oh,
cocker
you had your
Spaniard.
cock.
Oh,
Cocker
like it.
Spaniard. Cocker Spaniard from Spain.
I like it.
You always say from Spain. That's my favorite part.
España.
You can also email us at reasonsareseveral@gmail.com. You probably won't, but that's cool. And on that note, I got to go boof.
Devil's Triangle.
Devil's Triangle. Go drink some beer. You like
I
beer?
like beer.
I like beer.
I like
you wanna
beer.
You want some beer?
What do you drink?
Let's go have beer.
What do you drink?
What do you drink? What do you drink? Bye.
Bye.